I'm doing something a little different, right? So it's officially been the first weekend of college football. I'm also gonna go back with week zero. Um, I'm filming this September 2nd. September 1st was Labor Day. September 2nd. I'm filming this morning before I go to school, right? I'm feeling a little bit weird. I think one of my teammates were really, really sick. So there's that, I guess. But every week, I'm gonna go over like college football, and then whenever NFL starts, I'm gonna go over NFL, and then I'm gonna go week by week with NBA slash NCAA men basketball. Because I also follow up with basketball. I'm just gonna do that. So week zero and week one of college football. The first game that I watched, obviously week zero, it was Kansas State and Iowa State. Both were these like guys that could come in and go to the college playoffs. And I say, you know what? I like Kansas State. I watched this YouTuber, The Adrian. He's from Wichita, Kansas. So I was like, you know what? Kansas State looks kind of good. I know Iowa State is pretty solid. But I gave Kansas State the benefit of the doubt until, and it just looked weird in that third quarter. They started to come back, but by the end of the day, which was already done, there's that. Iowa State ended up winning. Kansas State dropped out of like people that could contend. We was hyping them up, and they really just didn't perform. So I just stopped believing in them as soon as that happened. Now, a couple of days ago, we were going over to South Sumter for the JV game. I was out with an injury, so I wanted to help out the JV. And on the way there, I decided to watch the South Florida game. Now, don't get me wrong, they have nothing on the Florida Gators. Let's go. So but yeah, them beating Boise State was like, whoa, I did not see that coming. Hey, congrats to them. You not finna do that against Florida. Just want y'all to know that. And if they do, I'm filming this before the game. So next up was the day after, Friday. Illinois took on Western Illinois. That was their FCS day. And they got obliterated. Western Illinois ended up scoring their only field goal in the fourth quarter. It would have been a shutout. Then my favorite game, Ohio State and Texas. I was watching that game, and it was just pure defense. Arch did not look like he was going to live up to the hype whatsoever. And I had Ohio State winning. So that just proves me right. Next up was Penn State and Nevada. Obvious who was going to win that one. And we all know that Nevada was going to get crushed. Next up, Clemson and LSU. My mom is a huge LSU fan, even though we're from the Ocala area. So, of course, she had LSU. And I checked the stat. So, of course, I'm going to root with my mom, even though Cade Klubnik is like him, apparently. And LSU hadn't won their season openers for 5 years in a row. So I was like, I don't know, they could lose, but I'll still go with you. And they ended up winning. And then Georgia and Marshall played. Easy win for Georgia, obviously. Oregon played Montana State. That was their FCS game. Easily won. Then the game I did not know was going to happen like that. Now, obviously, I know Alabama, I hate them a lot, but I did not expect Tommy Castellanos to be like that. 31-17. It was like, whoa. Arizona State. I was playing Northern Arizona. It was obvious he was gonna win, but Northern Arizona was scoring, so they could be really good this upcoming FCS year. That's gonna be a team to look out for the FCS, obviously. Michigan and New Mexico played. Michigan obviously was gonna win this. True freshman Bryce Underwood. I liked how he said that he could play a whole lot better as well. So hopefully he can. Of course, my Florida Gators coming in this game ranked 15th. We played Long Island University. I've played with them in college retro bowl, and I like to rebuild them. I don't know why. Them and Staten Island, I just love those two. But our third string quarterback, he literally played so well against this team that he got bumped up to the backup. Jaden Bow, I like him a lot as a running back. Same thing with VB3, going up Odell Beckham with that catch. But enough of that game. We're finna stomp on everybody. We beat LSU last year. We're gonna have a great season. I don't care what anybody says. Anyway, SMU and East Texas A&M. There's Texas A&M. Why do we need an East Texas A&M? I don't know. Not my problem. SMU ends up stomping them anyway. Kevin Jennings shows why he's so good. Then Kansas State stayed. They played week 0 and week 1, obviously. They barely beat off North Dakota. And I know North Dakota is good, but they're not North Dakota State. Me looking at this game, kind of showed me why Kansas State is not going to be that this year. So of course they're going to get dropped out. That's why I said that earlier. They're going to get dropped out. Because the fact that you barely beat North Dakota, they were coming back in this game and almost beat y'all. Y'all are not contenders whatsoever. Oklahoma beat Illinois State, but it's Oklahoma. Don't get too hyped up about it. I don't even know their quarterback situation. Texas A&M beat the UTSA by quite a bit. I'm not gonna worry about that. Indiana beating up on Old Dominion. I love Old Dominion. So if I were to want to go to a lower level D1 college football, it'd definitely be Old Dominion. I don't know what it is. I just love that area. Ole Miss beating up on Georgia State. Obvious that Ole Miss was gonna win. Austin Simmons, the quarterback. The only reason why I know his name off the top of my head is because obviously last name. But he's also down there from the Tampa area, so shout out to him. I like his game a lot. He's a lefty. Iowa State also beat up on South Dakota. Easy, so. Then, what were the other top teams? Texas Tech. I forgot who they played off the top of my head, but I know it was some sort of trash team. So, and I know that I seen this thing on Instagram. It was 6-7 points beating that team. They're from the South, I know that. I'm just going off the top of my head, the teams I remembered. And then Tennessee played the Orange. Syracuse shocked Miami last year, coming back, winning the ACC, and that bumped Miami out of the playoffs. But good win. Very, very good win for Tennessee. I know that Miami did play. They played Notre Dame and Carson Beck. I can't make any more memes about you. I remember he had a very good year last year for Georgia, but as they were playing Georgia Tech in their season finale, he played so bad that I literally made this meme where, like, with the glasses off. Hold up. With the glasses like this, it shows Carson Beck, and then whenever he has them on, it shows Carl Gallagher from Shameless. And I thought that was pretty funny, so then I posted it. And as soon as I posted it, it went south really quickly. So, yeah, he showed why he's meant to be an NFL quarterback. I like Carson Beck a lot, even though he now plays for Miami. No big deal. And then, what's that other team? USC, yeah. Not Cali, but South California. I forgot what team they ended up playing. But, it was much closer. I know they had like 3 touchdowns and a field goal, South Carolina. And they also gave up a safety in the earlier part, or something like that. Because I was checking in, and the first quarter was like 7-2. Because I wasn't gonna watch that game. Yeah, but I know that the final score was closer than what it should have been. And yeah, that's basically what I got for week 1. Kansas State showed why they aren't supposed to be at the top of the food chain. And all these other schools like Bama losing to Florida State. Florida State is not going to be good. So don't hype them up. And I heard some of the Florida State fans saying that we played a high school team. Y'all finna play East Texas A&M, I think, as well. I forgot what it was. I know y'all playing a trash team. That's for sure. That's like a kindergarten team. So I don't expect much out of Florida State because the Seminoles suck. Even though I like it more than Miami, but anyway, I'll see y'all next time for week 2 of college football, and then I'm also gonna record week 1 of the NFL the day after that. I like what I can do with this. We get college football all the way up until late January, NFL all the way up to early February. Basketball is going to be nice too. I got content I can film, sports related. I'm happy to hear that. And I think the basketball videos are going to be recorded every Sunday. So if something happens Saturday or Sunday, it's going to be covered on the next video. For that, either men's basketball or NBA. That's all I got. Just know, Gator boys stay hot. That's all I gotta say. We out.